As football lovers, we're often more fixated on the current football news, leaving out some mind-blowing facts about the sport. Did you know the most goals scored in a single game stands at 149, and a professional football player hit the pitch at 74? I know what you're wondering. Who, how, and when? Want answers to your questions? Watch this video to the end. Before we begin, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Let's start from the highest, literally. The number one on the list is the world's tallest goalkeeper. Christoph van Hout, a towering height of 6 feet 10 inches. With such height, it's no surprise he chose to be a goalkeeper. What other way would there be to use that height? His presence is always noted on the pitch, especially when his height makes it incredibly challenging for opponents to outsmart him during set pieces. So if you're thinking of loading crosses into his box, be prepared for a tough challenge because he's likely to catch them all day. The shortest footballer. On the other hand, Elton Jose Javier Gomez, who at 37 years old measures just 5 feet 1 inches, is the shortest footballer ever. Although he's retired from the game now, it's no surprise that he didn't pursue a career as a goalkeeper. With his diminutive stature, standing at 5'1", he lacked the necessary aerial presence and physical prowess required for the role. Most UEFA European Championship tournaments scored by a player. Holding this record is the one and only CR7. Ronaldo's scoring prowess spans 5 different European Championships, with his most recent goals occurring during the postponed Euro 2020. Also, he holds the record for the highest number of international caps in men's football. The heaviest footballer ever. You thought that was crazy? This is even crazier. Who could ever think a goalkeeper could weigh this much? As a goalkeeper, William Falk earned the distinction of being the heaviest footballer ever, weighing in at 152 kilograms. Challenging him for balls must have been no easy feat. If you aim to score against him, your bet would likely have been powerful strikes, similar to the one by Robbie Henderson in 2006. Which takes us to the fastest shot ever recorded. Talking about Robbie Henderson, during his time at Sporting CP in 2006, Robbie achieved something truly remarkable. He set a record for the fastest shot ever, hitting the ball at an astonishing speed of 210 kilometers an hour. What makes it even more impressive is that this lightning-fast strike found its mark, hitting the target as expected, finding the back of the net. With a shot like that, no goalkeeper stood a chance. While the fastest shot ever is jaw-dropping, the record of a goalkeeper scoring from his box is even more astonishing. Yes, you heard that correctly. The man behind this extraordinary achievement is none other than Tom King, a goalkeeper. In 2021, he etched his name into the record books by scoring a goal from an astonishing distance of 96.01 meters, surpassing the previous record held by fellow goalkeeper Asmir Begovic. Fastest Premier League assists. I know, it sounds unbelievable, but hear me out. De Bruyne has a total of 50 assists across 123 games, spanning his time at Chelsea and Manchester City. However, he only had 1 assist during his time with the Blues, but after joining City, he went on to provide 49 more. He also became the quickest to 100 assists, beating Cesc Fabregas's record. How crazy is that? If you thought the previous record was impressive, brace yourself for an even more extraordinary feat. A goal scored from the furthest distance with a header. This remarkable achievement belongs to Jonas Samuelsson, and what sets it apart is that he accomplished it from his half of the field. It's safe to say that he had an incredibly powerful header, and avoiding a collision with him would undoubtedly be a wise move to prevent any concussions. For players, sidestepping such injuries could be key to enjoying a long and successful career. Oldest player to ever play a professional game. You'd think older people can't play football, right? Then you haven't heard of Azeldin Bahader. Sorry to burst your bubbles. Azeldin Bahader holds the record of being the oldest player to participate in a professional football match. He achieved this remarkable feat in October 2020 at the age of 74 years and 348 days. However, it's worth noting that this record was established in the Egyptian 3rd Division, not in a UEFA Champions League fixture, so he doesn't hold the title of the oldest player in the Champions League. Isn't that amazing? Oldest captain in a Champions League game. Holding this record is Paolo Maldini. As the record holder for the eldest captain in a Champions League team, he achieved this milestone during a match against Arsenal in 2008, leading his team out at the age of 39 years and 239 days. Fastest hat-trick. Another norm-defying feat is the fastest hat-trick. This record belongs to none other than Tommy Ross, a feat he accomplished way back in 1964. Tommy netted 3 goals in just 90 seconds. Given how challenging it is to score hat-tricks nowadays, it's safe to say that this record is likely unbreakable. In fact, even Tommy himself couldn't replicate the feat in a subsequent game. Youngest goalscorer in a World Cup final. All hail Pelé! Pelé is a name synonymous with records in football. He boasts an incredible 1,283 career goals and has clinched 3 World Cup victories. While some may dispute the former, one record remains undisputed. He is the youngest goalscorer in a World Cup final, achieving this milestone in 1958 at age 17 years and 249 days. Even in 2018, Kylian Mbappe couldn't surpass this remarkable achievement. Perhaps the younger generation should show him more respect. Longest penalty shootout. Now we are shifting our focus to the longest penalty shootout in history, which unfolded in 2022 during a match between non-league English teams Washington and Bedlington. This marathon shootout concluded with a staggering score of 25-24, involving a total of 54 penalties. Most goals by a goalkeeper. The goalkeeper who boasts the record for the most career goals is none other than Sao Paulo legend Rogério Ceni, with an impressive tally of 131 goals. Even renowned goal-scoring keepers like René Higuita and José Luis Chilavert couldn't surpass his remarkable achievement. Most red cards in a match. If you thought players scoring 149 goals was wild, brace yourself with this: a referee who sent off both teams during a game. Yes, you read that correctly. This incident occurred in a 2011 match between Argentine teams Claypole and Arenas. When a brawl erupted between the two teams, referee Damian Rubino responded by brandishing red cards to every player on both sides, along with some technical staff members. A staggering 36 red cards were issued on that unforgettable day. Youngest Ballon d'Or nominee. The distinction belongs to Kylian Mbappe. In 2017, at just 18 years old, Mbappe made history by becoming the youngest Ballon d'Or nominee ever, surpassing the previous record held by Michael Owen. Most consecutive games scored in the Bundesliga. The fact remains that Lewandowski boasts a plethora of records, but one of the most remarkable is his streak of scoring in 11 consecutive games between August 16th and November 9th, 2019. During that prolific run, he netted a total of 16 goals. Unfortunately, his impressive streak came to an end when Bayern suffered a heavy 4-0 defeat at the hands of Fortuna Düsseldorf. So which of these football facts is the craziest? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more football content.